Hello, my name is Jonathan Barlow. I'm a partner attorney at Clear Counsel Law Group. I practice in the areas of probate and trust litigation and estate planning. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about do-it-yourself wills and do-it-yourself trusts. In my area of law, I spend a lot of time dealing with disputed issues after somebody's died. And a lot of times these do-it-yourself wills and trusts come into question after somebody dies because what the person thought they were saying is not exactly what it says, or what they intended to give away is not really what the document says is going to be given away or to whom they want to give it away. And it causes issues of interpretation that the court has to look at and decide, what did this person mean? Did they mean to include all of the kids? Did they mean to give away all of their property? And it can cause serious issues with family members after the person has passed away. One specific example that we had just this week, a woman had done a will several years ago with an attorney, and several years later she wanted to revise that will. She bought a pre-printed fill-in-the-blank type do-it-yourself will program. And in that she said, I give all my possessions to my daughter. In doing that, she didn't give any gift to her two other sons. In other words, she disinherited her two sons by doing that, arguably. The problem is, as we look at that, what does possessions mean? That's not necessarily a typical term that we would use in describing all of my property. So when she said, I give all my possessions to my daughter, did she mean her house, her car, and her personal effects, her household goods and personal property? Or did she mean just her household goods and her personal property, like her clothes, jewelry, and those personal type possessions? That's what I mean by one of those things that can come up and be not clear in a do-it-yourself will. All my possessions. So we're going to have to look at that and determine when we go into court what we want the court to instruct is to be given away. And that becomes a particular problem in this case because you have two sons who are disinherited who will have an interest in coming in and saying, no, what mom meant was just her personal possessions, not her entire estate. Whereas the daughter wants to say, no, that means all of her estate. Be careful with these do-it-yourself wills. Oftentimes they can be just fine. And they're easy ways for people to get their estate planning done. It can be okay. I've seen a lot of them where it worked out just fine, and we've been able to take those through the process after the person passes away without any difficulty. But if you're concerned, if you've had a do-it-yourself will, or if you've done one yourself or a do-it-yourself trust, and you want to have it looked at, our estate planning attorneys here at Clear Counsel Law Group would be glad to review that with you. We do a free will or trust review consultation. Spend 30 minutes or so with you to take a look at what you've already done and go over it with you and determine, does this say what you want it to say? Is this going to accomplish what you want it to accomplish? And if it doesn't do that, we'd be able to give you a quote on what it would take to get that cleaned up, make your intent more clear to avoid those problems that happen after the fact, after you've passed away. If you're in a situation where your loved one has passed away and you're dealing with a do-it-yourself will that you believe has some questions, you think that it's not accomplishing what you think it says, or you have any concerns about it, come in to talk to us and we can review that with you and help you understand what your legal rights and options are in regard to that do-it-yourself will or trust and how that might affect the distribution of that property from that person's estate. We're glad to help on either aspect, either before death with the planning, after death with those issues that come up in those disputed type cases. Here at Clear Counsel Law Group, we'd be glad to talk to you about those and help you resolve them.